Hello and welcome to the fourth race of the Utica Track Series here at North Carolina, The Rock. The starting grid rolls past as we head to this speedway for the third year in a row. This is one of our original tracks from the 2011 schedule. And it's always great coming here. We've had some great races before, and hopefully today will be no exception. The starting grid rolls past as you see all the drivers with R's next to their name are the rookies in the field. 42 cars are here, and we had a larger entry list, so there will be cars going home. Unfortunately, if you saw the qualifier event, the cars are on the list as follows. And there is one thing on this list that may seem like a typo, but actually is not. You will see car number 72 is labeled as Willie Decker instead of John Cittadino, and you'll see why that is a little later on in the race. Unfortunately, these drivers did not qualify for this race. They'll have to try again at Watkins Glen. But on the pole was Neil Evans, car number 55. This is his first career Utica Track Series pole, and I believe I'm not sure if this is the first pole for a Ford this season, but, oh wait, no, it is not. Austin Ogo got the pole at Zandvoort last week in the Ford. But Neil Evans hoping to have a great run for his single car team of Evans Engineering Incorporated. Highest placing rookie on track is Jake Smith, car number 87. This is his first race since the Bristol event. He failed to qualify the past 2 weeks. But the 87 SKF car is hoping to have a great run today, and is doing well at the moment, sitting in third place. This next rookie in line is Dom Capps, and the number 24 car that is 2 positions back. Jake Smith running in the top 5 with some of the top competitors. Dylan Young is another rookie who's running just behind that top 5. He won the qualifier event in his first career start. So this is his first start, and he's hoping to have a great run today. The Wendy's Chevy, a really nice looking car in my opinion, is running very well on the track as he battles Dom Capps for the second rookie position. Does not work, and it looks like Brian Valentine might try and capitalize. Dylan Young making his first start. We'll have to see how he does. Now, we mentioned earlier with Willie Decker in the 72 car, they've decided to switch rides as Decker qualified for the race, but knows he's not going to be able to lock himself in. They've made a deal with John Cittadino, who has won this race before, that if he can try and get the points necessary to get into the show and get the funding that Decker Racing needs. At the current moment, they're not running well at the moment. They're in the 30s, so they're going to have to improve as the race goes on. Robert DeFrank driving his first race with the Gastic Engineering Incorporated team. This is the first of his 3 races. Josh LeMayo's will not be coming back until the end if he has the highest point count. Robert DeFrank, however, having a poor race so far. He started 20th. He's already back to 41st, and we've only gone 27 laps. Robert DeFrank not having a good day. There's obviously a problem with this number 06 car. Seth Cole is the only car he is running ahead of. Now we're going to take a forward fast lap with Maria Camisa as we go around this circuit. Now it's not going to be as extravagant as the Zandvoort circuit, or especially the Megville Bull Run, which is a beautiful circuit. But you get to see basically what these cars see when they go around the track. Maria Camisa running about top 10, so has really worked her way up through the field from the 21st place starting spot she had. As we cross the line, it's a quicker lap than the previous 2 road courses. As we look at Chris Kyle, car number 1, who is also making a first start today. Now, this driver has been really frustrated. He's had a lot of bad luck in the qualifier, but especially at Zandvoort where he got into that horrible flip. But he's in the race today, and he's hoping that he can get enough points to really make a difference. Unfortunately, at the moment, he's running pretty far back in the pack in the 30s, so he will have to improve as the race goes on. Jamie Murphy, car number 28, is the points leader, and David Yankee is the second place car on track and in the point standings. So Jamie Murphy is going to have to really pick up the A game if she wants to make sure she keeps that points lead away from David Yankee. Neil Evans would go down for pit stops on lap 64, and that would give Jake Smith the lead. This is the first time he's ever led a lap in the Utica Home Track Series. He would pit the next lap, and Meaghan Curley would retake the lead. And so far, she's only led laps under pit stops. We had a pit incident on lap 65 that did not bring caution. Bob Cittadino, who started outside pole, is going to hit into David Yankee. He's going to spin it out, and it's going to look pretty bad for him. But look at this incredible move. That gets style points right there as he spins into his pit box. Neil Evans would regain the lead following the pit stops and has a pretty decent lead over second place. So Neil Evans having a great pit stop. Austin Ogo is a bit of a no-go today. There was a there's something wrong with this 7 car because this car got off pit road really slowly and is currently running in 42nd place, slightly off pace. We'll have to monitor this car to see if they have a problem or if they just had a poor pit stop. The 7 car who did so well in Zandvoort getting the pole, not doing well here on the speedway. Julian Kennebles Jr., car number 45, is sitting in 4th place. And this is the kind of run that Julian Kennebles Jr. wanted. He missed the first 2 races of the schedule, did very well in Zandvoort, but not well enough to lock himself in for this race. At the current moment sitting 4th, this would put him locked in for Watkins Glen. Chris Aurelio, he sat out for Zandvoort. He's only running the American tracks, which means he will be here for Watkins Glen. But he's currently just barely in on points, so he's going to have to finish well today if he wants to keep it, or at least finish the race. He is currently running very well on track, running up with Brian Valentine right in the top 10. Chris Kyle, car number 1. The GameStop Chevy was having an okay run after pit stop, but something's going to go wrong on that number 1 machine. He's going to have to go to pit road, and that is a shame for the 1 machine who was hoping to have a great run today. It's just been problem after problem for Chris Kyle, and it looks like he's going to have to probably bank on that qualifier series championship. They would put it in, they would get it back out on track, but they would be several laps down. Brian Valentine, car number 66, is really it's going to be a battle between the 2 past champions this year, in my opinion. Jamie Murphy and Brian Valentine have both been doing great this season. They've been kind of a battle between the 2. Both of them are running in the top 10, but Brian Valentine has the advantage. We had pit stops once again, and Julian Kennebles Jr. would take the lead. Julian Kennebles has been having a great run so far in the race. Meaghan Curley would take the lead once again. Meaghan Curley, as we said, has only been leading laps on pit stops just by staying out. But Neil Evans would not take the lead coming out of pit stop. It would be Julian Kennebles Jr. who had a great run on pit road. As he comes up on lap traffic, and whoa, we have a little bit of a bunch up, but fortunately nothing is going to go wrong there. We continue around the track, but wait a second, this is a really good battle with the lap traffic. As you see Jake Smith coming up close behind. That's the second place car with a little help from the lap car of Brock McMahon. Can Jake Smith take the lead coming out of turn 2? They battle down the back straightaway, but no, it's not going to be enough. Kennebles is going to get a little bit of a draft from Robert DeFrank, and that is some exciting racetrack on the track today. Bob Cittadino, who started outside pole, had that trouble on pit road, but has really come back. He's in 10th place with some good pit stops, so you cannot keep Bob Cittadino down today. Even a pit road incident won't stop him from getting back into the top 10. Great run today. Now, this is a group of lap traffic that are starting to bunch up in front of Julian Kennebles Jr. One of these drivers is John Cittadino, who is not having the kind of day he hoped for. He knew going into this, we talked to him, that he was not going to be winning today. This is a very underfunded team. The fact that this car got second in Laguna Seca was kind of a fluke. But John Cittadino not wanting this 30th place run today, this is not going to really help him in the points too much. Chris Kyle got back on track. He's going to pit again. He's off cycle with pit stops, and this has just been a really disappointing day for the number 1 GameStop Chevy, as off cycle pit stops and bad luck with the mechanics of this car is going to really throw him off. Dom Capps, car number 24, driving a special scheme for the month of April for Autism Awareness Month. Ray Davis is going to drive a similar car, but he is driving that later in the year. Dom Capps is having a great run for this car as he sits in the top 10, so running well for a great cause. Running up there in the top 10. Now, with only 10 laps to go, actually make that 7 because we only run 197 laps here. We have gotten reports that Julian Kennebles Jr. might be short on fuel, along with most of the drivers on track. So Julian Kenneblez Jr., car number 45, is going to have to see if he can conserve fuel to make sure he can stay on track as long as possible. Now he has a decent lead over the second place car of Jake Smith, but it's only a matter of time. We're getting reports that it's going to be down to the wire as we have only 6 to go now as we cross the line. Now he has a lot of lap traffic pushing him, but if Julian Kenneblez Jr. needs to pit, that lap traffic is going to mean nothing, as Jake Smith, though far behind, is not like an entire lap behind. He's only about one or two turns. So Kenneblez is really worried as he's coming up on more lap traffic of Jeff Evans, car number 77. And I believe that was Seth Cole that's right in front of Jeff Evans. Now Kenneblez Jr., the JFI car, JFI has been looking for its second career win, and Kenneblez is really close to getting it. He just needs to make sure if he can survive these last couple of laps. Now we haven't heard too much about Finguy and Shock today, but Shock's been kind of just barely on the lead lap, and Finguy has really not made much of a sound today. That's usually for his post-race interviews. As Julian Kenneblez Jr. rounds the turn for yet another lap, we are getting close, only about 3 laps to go. Can Kenneblez do it? No, he's pulling down, he's out of fuel. Julian Kenneblez Jr. is out of fuel and is going to pull down to the apron and make the long journey down pit road, and that means Jake Smith, car number 87, running right in front of the lap car of Austin Ogo, is going to be your race leader with only a few laps to go. We're on lap 195. Now Jake Smith is in a similar position along with most of the drivers on track. A lot of drivers might actually need to pit on the last lap. So Jake Smith is going down pit road. Jake Smith, car number 87, the rookie, looking for his first victory. He's not going to get it today. And that means the new second place driver was Maria Camiso. She's now going to go into the lead for the first time today. And teammate Jamie Murphy's in second place. So now it's going to be a battle between these two as we're on lap 196. They're coming toward the end, and you can see Julian Kenneblez Jr. on the apron. He's going to go a lap down. Can Camiso make it on fuel? I've got reports of other cars heading down pit road as we have 1 lap to go. Can she do it? Car number 28 of Jamie Murphy's looking for that first career victory, so she's going to be trying to beat the teammate of Maria Camiso. And we are on the final lap, but she needs to pit. They're out of fuel. She's going to try and take the shorter way around the racetrack, and this car is going to win the race. It is amazing as Maria Camiso somehow is going to get the victory here today. A completely weird finish, and the entire lineup is completely messed up as you see them going by. Dylan Young is our rookie of the race for his first start of the season. You see Ray Takeda in 9th place. She started in 41st. I don't know what happened with the finishing order, but it's going to get completely jumbled up as Jake Smith went from 2nd to 19th, a lap down. See cars everywhere. Julian Kenneblez Jr. is running in 25th place at the end. The pole sitter is in 28th. Dom Capps, who was in the top 10, along with Bob Cittadino, they're in 30th and 31st. David Yankees in 36th. John Cittadino 38th. And we had report that Trek Togger got a penalty on pit road. He would go several laps down with a penalty. He would finish 41st, and Chris Kyle ends out the field. This was a really weird finish to the race, but based on scoring, Maria Camiso is your race winner. Now let's take a look at the point standings as Jamie Murphy sits on top of the standings with a further lead over Brian Valentine, the 2011 champion. Then there's Tyler Benoit in 3rd place, who's liking his season so far. Then the highest placing rookie in points, Colin Bartel. Then there's Russell Arcuri, Meaghan Curley, David Yankee, Brandon Bain, Justin Katz, and Seth Cole, your top 10. As I'm still trying to wrap my head around that finish, it's been pretty weird. I don't know exactly how drivers got placed on scoring. We're going to have to hope that the scoring was right. Now we're going to have to check out the cars that are not locked in. These drivers are just barely in. That's Adam Dunlap, Chris Aurelio, Austin Ogo, Nicholas Guerra, Bob Cortez, and Julian Kenneblez Jr. But everyone Ray Takeda back has to qualify their way in for Watkins Glen if they're attempting it. I know some of these drivers are not. See Bryant, Petrov, Young, Cortez, Tanker, Aurelio, DeMarco, Cittadino, Michaels, Smith, Allen, Guerra, Ogo, Patterson, Benoit, another Benoit, Duell, Decker, Martin, Robinson, DeFrank, White, and Chris Kyle, who's last in points. And an odd finish today for the race, but we're going to take a look at the Rookie of the Year standings. This is your top 10 in that. And still on top is Colin Bartel with 56 points. Dom Capps is in second place, followed by brother Dustin Capps. Then there's Eric Schock, Kevin Ulrich, William Duncan, Zachary Robinson, Billy Bishop, Austin Ogo, and Bob Cortez rounding out your top 10 the Rookie of the Year points. Now, for our next race, we are heading up to Central New York. We're going to Watkins Glen, the road course. Should be a great race. I hope to see you there. And also, being the fifth race of the season, if you have not commented on a race yet, either a qualifier or a full event, I may be removing you after this because we have a lot of drivers in this series. I want to give people a chance to make it in.